What's up, everybody? How's it going? It's Thursday. You know what Thursday is? It's soccer practice. I'm kidding. I just got done with soccer practice, and tonight we're going to read some comics. We got lined up Prodigy. I usually pick four out of the stack that I pick up on Wednesdays. If you don't know, Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. So every Wednesday, go out to your local comic book store, grab some books, read. Reading is fundamental. It's also fun. But out of everything that I grabbed, I figured we go through Prodigy, Young Justice, Sharkey, the Bounty Hunter, and High Level. High Level is new. That's the number one. Sharky's the number one. I haven't read either of those. We've been reading Young Justice for a while. I was pretty excited. And issue number two, Jacksonville, Florida showed up. Woo woo! J-Ville represent Duval. So I was pretty excited about that. So we are going to continue on with Young Justice. And Prodigy has been very fun. Mark Millar, one of my favorite writer. Two of the books tonight, Sharkey and Prodigy, are both by him. Uh, Image Comics, and then the other two are DC. One's Vertigo, which is still pretty much DC's line, but technically it's another comic imprint. Technically, it's not. We'll let you decide. So we're gonna get into Prodigy, but before I do that, let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Actually, I don't think I need to do that. I can probably do this. Making sure I don't miss any comments in the chat and whatnot. And as always, if you don't see anything that you're interested in or you have a suggestion of what you would like me to read, drop it in the chat. I will definitely pick it up. I pick up a lot of comics. Good chance I'm already reading it anyway. So, yeah, just let me know. So, it's been a couple of weeks since I've been reading comics. I think about 2 weeks or so. Yeah, about 2 weeks since I've been able to read comics. Life gets in the way, but I'm back tonight. And oh, thanks, Jolie. Thanks for letting me know that you can hear me. And we're gonna kick it off with Prodigy. And if you don't know what Prodigy is, it's by Image Comics. And I've said one of my favorite writers, Mark Millar, um, is writing it. The artist is by Raphael Albuquerque, a phenomenal artist. And it's about the story of Edison Crane. He's not content with being like the world's smartest man. He's not content with being the most successful businessman. And he has this brilliant mind. So his brilliant mind needs to be constantly challenged. And he's pretty much achieved everything that he's wanted to achieve. He's won the Nobel Peace Prize. He's a scientist. He's a composer. He's an Olympic athlete. An expert in the occult and international governments are calling on him to fix their problems and all this other stuff. So Edison's found out, Dr. Edison Crane has found out that there is a parallel world. Oh, dang! Everybody's picking up the Division Two. I'm probably gonna be rocking out on the Division Two this weekend as soon as I can grab mine. But he's been investigating these otherworldly apparitions that have been coming through. It seems like an invasion force is trying to break through from a parallel world into our world. There's a secret cult that's been helping them, and the CIA has recruited Edison to help them stop this cult from helping us stop this invasion from occurring. So, um, it's been pretty amazing. I think it's scheduled for like a Netflix movie because Mark Millar sold a lot of his Middle World titles to Netflix to be made into features. So I really enjoyed the series thus far. I can't wait to see what either a live action or animated feature would look like. So without further ado, let's jump into Prodigy number 4. A lot of people want me to. They've popped in and they say they enjoy me reading comics. I enjoy reading comics too, and the reason I started this. Hey, what's up, Mike? And the reason I started this was because I usually stream video games, and I've been getting behind on reading my comics. So I've been getting a very, very hefty backlog with my comics. So I figured, hey, why not just take the time while I'm on stream and read some comics? And a lot of people have had interest in comics or used to read comics in a while, and they pop in and ask what's been going on with this title and have I read this, and just to chat also. So without further ado, again, we're gonna go ahead and jump into Prodigy. Prodigy number 4. All right. So this is in Damascus. What kind of voice would I give her? Oh, he was he needed money, so he went to Edison Crane needed money, so he went to a high stakes poker game. Apparently, he's racked up $2 million, and I guess the folks that he's been playing with aren't too happy about that. So let's see if we can give her a voice. Well, well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. Edison's kind of I guess he's a suave, kind of James Bond type. I mean, he's very distinguished, and I probably in my head he probably sounds like Idris Elba, but I can't do an Idris Elba voice. It'd be great if I could. So I'm gonna do the best that I can. So she's like, well, 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 look what the cat dragged in. He's like, can I just say, you're looking great, Dominique. Don't try to be charming, Edison. The last time we saw each other, you put my father in jail for 16 life sentences. To be fair, the man was trying to sell some terrorists a nuclear submarine. Some of us can overlook our parents' flaws. He also masterminded the Peshawar massacre and was a wanted man in 27 countries. Still, he never forgot a birthday and had a tremendous singing voice. Yeah, I would put your father ass in jail too. But I'm not here to discuss the past. I'm here because you've taken two. Well, I'm sorry, it wasn't $2 million. It wasn't $20 million. It was $2 million. It's like, I'm not here to discuss the past. I'm here because you've taken $2 million in 25 minutes, and some of my clients are very insulted. Tell your clients to get good. I mean, shit. Apparently, they losing money like that. Yeah, they need to up their poker game. Don't you think it would be a nice gesture to give them their money back? I believe I want it fair and square. You're the smartest man in the world, asshole. You're banned from every casino in existence. How the hell can this be fair and square? Now I'm going to ask you one more time, and then we're getting much less friendly. Do my customers get their money back or not? So I guess we're just going to name these by their weapons. Vodka bottle, knife in the pocket, ex-professional fighter, blind in left eye, fire extinguisher over by. These aren't. He's not naming the villains. He's picking out weapons. Or this guy's blind and left fire extinguisher over by the window. Oh, it was like, has that fire extinguisher been tested recently? It's like, what? The fire extinguisher on the wall up there. Does it comply with standard safety regulations? She's like, of course it does. I'm not going to risk the welfare of my poker players. What does that have to do with anything? Just asking. Oh, so he's. I figured that's what he was doing. He was looking for a way out. Hey, what's up, Antonio? So he rocked this guy. Of course, knife guy misses. Did he catch it? I didn't see the fire. I didn't see the fire extinguisher on the window. Oh, there it is. So he's whooping this guy down. Snatched the fire extinguisher. So you really are looking great, by the way. I wasn't trying to butter you up. And she's like, don't let him get away. And too late, he's gone. So he's like, Professor, did you get the money? He said, I always get the money, Rafik. And the case is bulletproof. She's like, son of a bitch. Now let's go see our friends from ISIS. So what is this? Let me straighten this out a little bit. It's driving me crazy. And there, okay. Looks like we rule you, we fool you, we shoot you, we eat for you, we work for all, and we feed all. Oh, this say crazy cold. This was a Russian flyer in 1900, popularized 11 years later in a political cartoon in Cleveland's Industrial Worker. It was given to me by my father, and his father before him, and nothing better symbolizes how we have ruled the cattle for so very long. When our lost traveler invented religion, his genius was to create a society based on love and forgiveness, while those in charge were taught precisely the opposite. The masses were trained to turn the other cheek, while we were raised to humiliate and hurt even those we publicly love. They have been brainwashed with tales of heroism, while we, as you know, had much darker literature. Thus, we have always enjoyed the advantage in life, and it's all been in the service of building the great machine. A second earth is out there, so profane and beautiful. But I failed to bring it here to us, and so my time is over. I've adored my horrors, reveled in the pain of others, but now the next generation must continue this grand and ancient work. So now please, give me death like I gave my father. Make it as brutal as I made his. Oh. So he just gonna let him go all in, huh? They are stabbing the shit out of him. It's like, enough. He was like, oh, Father, you have no idea how pathetic you look. You've got it all figured out, haven't you, Francis? Of course I have. Right from the start, I've known what I was doing. I envy you getting to meet them, you little prick. I love the fact that you'll be gone when they arrive. You delivered the killing blow. Like Syria. So, How does that brain of yours work, Professor? Is it a photographic memory? It's a little more complicated than perfect recall. I absorb information at such a pace that I can't turn the pages fast enough. That's what started the whole human Google nickname. What's the largest snowflake ever recorded? 15 inches across. Largest volcano known to man. Olympus Mons on Mars. How many teeth does a garden snail have? On average, 14,000. What's an opening line in Call of Cthulhu? The most merciful thing in the world, I think, is the inability of the human mind to correlate all of its contents. You'll never be able to catch him out, Agent Strax. I spent all night just asking him facts from the internet. But the most useful thing is the way my subconscious works. 1,000 different problems broken down into different compartments, and each one getting my full attention. For example, I'm working on a career plan for the henchman I hired in Pakistan, writing an overture for a French festival, and revising the details of a news report on a missing teenager. I'm also working on a rocket to deflect an asteroid 17 years down the line, but there seems to be some kind of problem. We've been running through the data, bringing in subconscious cells, and we found an enormous hole in NASA's numbers. Basically, this asteroid isn't 17 years away. As far as we can see, it'll be here in 2, and no matter what we build, there's nothing we can do. Are you serious? So we've checked the coordinates 100 times, and this is going to impact no matter what. I was like, oh shit, bring in every other self and focus entirely on this project until I give further instructions. So he can bring in his other subconscious. But this is 2 years down the line. It's like, more problems, Professor. I just got a text from my cousin at the airfield, and he says the Americans are about to bomb the temple. They want to show ISIS nothing is off limits, and as far as they can see, the site is doomed anyway. How long have we got? 60 minutes for a 3-hour drive. Tell him I need a plane, and I've got $2 million here. Every penny's his if he picks us up now. It's like, good luck, sir. If they drop that bomb, we never find the secret, and everything we've done will all have been for nothing. But we're never going to beat a USAF jet. We don't have to beat them, we just have to intercept them. But we really need to pick up pace. Does the Gatling gun work? You'd shoot American pilots? We can't let them drop that bomb, Rachel. Besides, the pilots have ejector seats. It's like, now stay calm and be ready for anything. There's a million different ways this can go, and we're only going to get one chance. It's like, oh my god, they just dropped the bomb. It's a laser-guided missile, and it just shot past our window. It's like, shit. Where's Edison? It's like, he just jumped after it. He's like, Edison, what are you doing? He's like, I'm attaching myself so I can deactivate it. So I got 25 seconds before it hits the temple, and we can't waste any time here. So have you lost your mind? It's like, oh ye of little faith. It's like, what are you doing? This is impossible. Would you please stop yelling in my ear? I'm trying to locate the spike on this thing. Damn, these Brits know how to build a bomb. It's like, he's got 10 seconds, 12 at most. I'm not even sure you can open the chute from that height. He was like, again, could we lose the negativity? He's like, there, it's disconnected. I told you I could do it. It's like, for God's sake, pull your chute. So he pulls the chute. The bomb crashes, no explosion. It's like, Crane to Agent Strax, can you double back and pick me up, please? It's like, oof. It was like, he did it. It's not over. Agent Strax, there's a second American jet behind us, and they're going to take another run at that temple. It's like, you catch that? It's like, I did, but one problem at a time, if you don't mind. It's like, what's he saying? I don't speak Badoon. It's like, he's looking for the money we said we would bring, but I'm starting to think our price just went up. So, We can do this in English if you prefer, Professor. Ask her how much she thinks we'll get by holding one of the world's richest men onto ransom. Is that Rachel? I need you to count down from 90 and catch me when I jump off that roof. There's 100 terrorists, so this won't be easy, but I've got a plan, and that's half the battle. It's like, what about the Air Force? They're going to drop another bomb in less than 3 minutes. It's like, relax. I'm going to work my way through every floor and memorize all the inscriptions on the walls. The body count, unfortunately, will be enormous, but there's no other way around this. It's like, I think a professor is something of a fantasist, my friends. It's like 90 seconds, Rachel. I'm kind of interested to see if he can do it. Start counting. How in the hell did he get out of that? And to be continued. Also, Sharkey comes out next week. Sharkey number 2 comes out next week. A NSF animated anthology, Love, Death, and Robots. Looks interesting. Prodigy number 5. This is only a 6-issue series. So number 5 will be out in April. Like I said, I've read Empress Huck, Chrononauts, Super Crooks, Nemesis Superior. Still got to pick up some of the other Mark Miller books. And that was Prodigy. Hey, Markov, what's up? What's going on with you? Just reading some comics tonight. I just finished reading Prodigy. It's issue number 4. It's pretty good. Like Mark Millar. Next up, I'm gonna check out this Young Justice. Young Justice is, so if you don't know, Brian Michael Bendis has left Marvel and went over to DC Comics. He started a new imprint, which is DC's Wonder line. I think it's Wonder Comics is the DC's new imprint. I think it's supposed to be kin to an all ages type deal. And one of the things that he did when he restarted this was that he wanted to bring back Young Justice, which I was all for. I read Young Justice, and I'm not talking about the Young Justice animated feature that's on DC Universe. I'm talking about like the actual Young Justice comic that started with these 3: Impo, Superboy, and Robin, and they claim that it's in continuity. So it's still within DC's timeline. This is not taking place on another parallel world or something like that. So it's still within. Hey Sammy, what's going on? So it's still taking place within in DC, in the DC universe, the primary DC universe. Yeah, storybook time. Yeah, it is. We just about to start reading Young Justice. And for anyone who hasn't, this is issue number 3, and anyone who hasn't been keeping up with us, there have been a few new introductions, other than Superboy, other than Impo, Superboy, and Robin. We also have Teen Lantern instead of Green Lantern, Jenny Hex. I think that's her name, Jenny Hex, and Amethyst from Gem World. Am I missing anybody? Oh, Wonder Girl. Oh, I forgot about Wonder Girl. And I said to you. What's up, Link? Thanks for the lurk. So yeah, there's something going on in Gem World. That's how they all ended up coming together, and that's how this new current iteration of Young Justice has formed. So they're trying to figure out what's going on Amethyst's homeworld, Gem World. before making their way back. They all ended up over in Gym World. Ah, Connor and Bart. It's like, wow. It's like Connor Kent, Bart Allen, Connor Kent, Bart. It's like, is it really you? It's like, it's me. Is it really, really, really you? Oh, they missed each other. It's like, oh, they missed each other. Aquaman's a pretty good movie. I was like, hold on, let me get a look at. He's like, nope, busy. So DC's been tearing up their timelines and universes, and 52 has launched, and heroes have been around for a short amount of time, and then they brought the other heroes back, and a few of them haven't been seen. Some of them are still missing, and so a lot of them haven't seen each other, which Young Justice was no exception. They kind of got taken over by Teen Titans. They went to learn. They joined the Titans under Starfire and Cyborg, if I'm not mistaken. That's when Impulse became the new Kid Flash, and they found out that Superboy was actually a clone. They always knew he was a clone, and they always emphasized the part that he was a clone of Superman. But Kryptonian DNA is very difficult to clone, and they had to mix it with human DNA. But he never questioned who his human side was from, and then he found out that his human side was Lex Luthor, um, which was kind of crazy. Very shocking. So yeah. So out of all this craziness that's been going on in the DC universe, I can understand how they're happy to see each other. It's like, dude, how are you here? It's like, how am I here? How are you here? Where is here? It's like, how could you not know where you are? It's like, imagine not always knowing when I am or thinking you're still getting away with that jacket. It's like, it's important, Bart. How did you get here? Again, here is. It's like, it's called Gym World. It's pretty great. It's like, it is? How are you here now? Why aren't you home? It's like, I top to bottom love it here. He's like, wait. Oh my God. Are you a farmer? He's like, I'm a Kent. I've always been a farmer. Well, half of me. He's like, tell me every. It's like, oh. It's like, excuse me. We weren't done with our big moment. It's like, there's one of them. See, told you. Child of Earth. Step away from that gem farmer. I am Carnelian of the Royal Court of Opal. I am the law. He was like, we got this. It's like, listen, you. This ain't the boss level, even though clearly you think it is. So he's Superboy is like, what did you do? It's like, you're not going to tell me what this. It's like, all you need to know is for you, this is like inner gang easy. Solid reference. So he says, you are trespassing. It's like, how so? You're not allowed here. This is not Earth. You are trespassing. By the word and law of the great Dark Lord Opal, you will come with us. What? You literally just invaded my planet. And as King of Earth, I hereby place you under arrest. Oh, that's all of them. They did just invade Earth. That's how they got together on Earth, and then they ended up on Gym World. It's like, what nonsense are you speaking, Sparkle Boy? You interrupted our court's holy mission. It's like, oh, really? You sabotage our holy. We sabotage him getting his holy butt kicked by the OG Superman. He's doing great, by the way. It's like, cool. We came to Earth to confront your planet's greatest warrior and defend the court of Opal. Your planet has brought us nothing but pain and suffering, and your Superman will answer for. He was like, oh, hey, if you want a super beating so badly, it's like, Bart. It's like, I mean, if you really are in the market, he was like, Bart. I mean, if you carnival knockoff electric warriors are so desperate for a Superman level beating, So you're an odd, infuriating little. He's like, maybe this strange farmer person can shed some light on the subject for us. It was like, oh, anonymous farmer person. I see you're wearing a Superman t-shirt. You must be a big fan. Is there anything you want to... It's like, oh, Connor? Oh, that's surprising. They shocked the shit out of him. So at least we have something to bring back to Lord Opal. It's not Superman. Topaz, please. I can dress it up. It's like New Mexico. Star Labs, Secret Laboratory Complex, the Constellation, then. It's like, wow. Okay, random monster. Haven't had a random monster in a while. I guess it's going to tell the story of how Superboy got to Gym World. Oh, and in case I haven't mentioned it before, the art's by Patrick Gleason, which is another... Patrick Gleason does phenomenal art, and Brian Michael Bendis is writing the story. So I wanted to throw that out there before I got too far along. So, like, excuse me. Thank you. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a proper Superman for a second. It's like, close. I was like, hi. So what was this? It looks like a giant alien monster running loose in the middle of the desert, but I don't want to jump to anything. It's like, hi. Great, kid. Come on in. We actually need to debrief you on what you've seen, what I have seen. What's your name? So what is this place and who are... It's, if I may be blunt, it's a secret. Like national security. It's like, so much so that I actually don't know how to handle this. Star Labs? What happened here? Simple accident, we have it covered. Let's have you come in and let's see if we can figure this out. I'm sorry, what's your name? Let's talk inside. Or not. Like, listen, I did not invite them, but all of us, we live in a world with rules. Smallville High School. With rules. And I know this can be frustrating to some, especially when the rules don't apply to everyone. Some of us have to tell the truth every day or we get in trouble. Some of us don't get to dress up like a bat and punch people we don't like. But the rules are for what? Well, he's on Wayne Net. So I set the norm. Like, he's searching Star Labs, monster sighting, secret laboratory, alien monster. To set the norm and tone for all of society. That's what the author was desperately trying to tell you. Rules, Mr. Kent, are there so we know who is breaking them. Get it? Like, sure, but who made the rules? We did, Connor. We, society, the world. And if me personally, made the rules, things would be a lot different. Like there would be a lot less distraction and teachers would be paid considerably more. I agree. Well, sure. The author's point, and it's a good one, is kids specifically your age even having to sit here seems like madness. Especially when you have madness. That is exactly it. That's the word. He kind of looks feminine with those glasses on. It's like, it's madness that I'm sitting here when there's so much other stuff that needs to be done. It's like, no, I meant it feels... Are you really leaving? I'm only here because half of my DNA was... Well, I see it now. It's crazy, but hey, it's what I had to do to get to this point. Now that I'm here, though, I gotta go. It's been an absolute pleasure. You are completely kick-ass at your job, and everyone here says it. Stacy, I'll text you. If I can. And then whoosh. No secret identity much, so. It's like, I'm sorry, Dr. Glory. Nobody wants to touch the creature with their bare hands or with gloves. That Superboy person touched it with his bare hands. Well, Dr. Glory, that was a super person. We're not. She's surprised, astonished. She was like, "You're back. Lovely." So, yeah, I was sitting in class, high school or college. Oh, high school. Huh. I was sitting there and thinking about why I was so quick to run away from him. I mean, I was just flying by, but clearly there is some genuine sinister nonsense going on here in the middle of the desert. And now, here you all are trying to sneak away. That I'd like to help you, but I have to ask you respectfully, politely, as a fan, to go away. This is private property, Superboy. You need to respect the laws of the land and move along. It's like, oh, wow. You hit me with that one on the wrong day. What could that possibly mean? It just so happens that today was the day I decided I don't care about all the rules. Let me demonstrate. Smash. So I must tell you, to be fair, it's nothing personal. I was created in the lab. It could just be the coats or how I was made. And she's like, Superboy, stop. You're involving yourself with things you couldn't possibly understand. Then tell me what your name is and what this place is. Or hey, where did that giant alien monster you're trying to cover with a tarp come from? Or is that some other poor something you cooked in a lab? Get out, you little brat. Wrong answer. Booyakasha! So he's like cracking down walls. He's tearing through this place. Like, now, how far down does this secret place go? Because if... Uh-oh. DC, work on your ad placement. Ah, they're mining from Gem World. And then he found himself transported. Topaz, please, I can dress it up. So, why did that confused, sparkling Earth boy think that you were about to be a concerned farmer? It was a shirt, sir. He was confused. He was asking me if I was from his Earth. Where did you get that shirt? At the marketplace. Topaz Market? Opal Pavilion. That is Earth made. They call it polyester cotton blend. I was originally from Earth, you terrible liar. Wow, really? That's interesting. Where from? Are you an Earthen or a Kryptonian or both? And either way, what are you doing here? Well, if you didn't believe me about the shirt, I don't think you're going to like Connor. Is everything okay? Oh, snap. That's confusing. Oh, is everything okay? Who is that? That is my wife. First the beard, now this. That's why he wasn't trying to make a scene. And here's Robin. Cassie? Robin? Cassie? Where are you? I'm in a dark, wet pit with a tiny window at the top. It's like, hi, this is Amethyst. I live here. We're in the prison pits of the Castle Opal. Hey guys, this is Wonder Girl. This one is on me. I kind of lost it out there. Oh. So who else was in there with him? It's like no one is blaming anyone. Prison pit, I'm blaming someone. They took my power battery pack. Is that Teen Green Lantern? Teen Lantern is fine. She's 9, and if I try to fly out of... Ow. Cassie. Something is wrong with me. Something is off. That will be the Dark Lord Opal Gem World casting. The entire room is under his, his, what do you call it? Control. It's made it so we can't think. What's the word I'm looking for? straight. Are we all in a big wet pit with no doors and just this little window 30 feet above our heads? Yes. The hell you think? Bart? Who is Bart? Impulse. He was with us. He was with us in Metropolis when all this began, right? He may not have been transported to Gym World with us. Can't think. Sorry about this, everyone. I'm working through some stuff. No one's blaming anyone, Cassie. What is that? What is going on? Reality itself is falling apart. I'm the only one who knows or can do anything about it, and I'm stuck down here. I totally blame her. So next up, Amethyst, prisoner of Gym World. A quick little read. So yeah, Young Justice. If you guys want to find out more, check out your local comic book shop. Next up, what do we have? So this one, Sharkey the Bounty Hunter, I picked this up last week, but I've been waiting to read it. It's a #1 new series by Mark Millar and Simone Bianchi. Simone Bianchi does more of a painted art style, so at times it can be confusing, but all the while it's still gorgeous. So Sharkey the Bounty Hunter. This doesn't seem like Mark Millar's typical. Well, I can't say that because he did Empress. That was an otherworldly story. So I'm not entirely sure what we're going to get out of this. Let's see what we can find out. I just knew this is really a blind series for me because I saw Mark Millar and I'm like, oh, let's get it. So Sharkey the Bounty Hunter. It's a 6-issue series. And it's set in a new sci-fi universe. Sharkey is a blue-collar bounty hunter who tracks criminals across the galaxy in his converted rocket-powered ice cream truck. Aided and abetted by his 10-year-old partner, he's out for the biggest bounty of his career. This would be Netflix's latest live-action project from Mark Millar, so it's going to be a movie. Without further ado, let's get some Sharkey the Bounty Hunter. The planet Tephi 8, a total shithole. The good guys are trying to redevelop. One wholesome dong coming right up. What the hell is he? Is he slurping it through his snout? Oh, that's weird. This is rated M for mature. So is my channel. So I just thought about that when I seen the scantily clad half robotic chick. Hell, I didn't order this from the lady in the corner. It's like, much obliged. It's gotta take life's pleasures where we find them, huh? Right. So, what's with the bald head? Excuse me? The cue ball, you got cancer? Not that it's any of your business. I've been losing my hair since I was 22 and decided it was time to shave it all off. See, I never got that logic. That's like getting a paper cut and chopping your entire arm off. What kind of man throws a tantrum in his own head? It's like, can I just settle up here, please? It's like, I got a cure for baldness. Oh, did he just blast him? The dude's causing a ruckus. It's like, fuck. Now take it easy. This is a multiple jacks. He can split himself into 38 bodies, but I got all the exits covered. So he's just blasting away. Like he's wanted for armed robbery in 5 different sectors, and only one of these things needs to escape. What are you heading to the bathroom for, Jax? That's a dead end, you asshole. It's like, oh, shit. Heat Seeker. Like 2 months I've been chasing your sorry ass. You any idea how much trouble you've caused me? Like Star Patrol, everybody down. Relax. I'm a registered bounty hunter operating under the jurisdiction of the United Worlds, chasing a wanted felon. Let's see some ID. Just had these laminated. It's like, lucky for you, this wasn't 6 months ago. Bounty hunting was illegal in this sector until late last year. It's like, well, luckily, you live in more enlightened times. It's like, many thanks for the drink, ma'am. If you're around a little later, I might have the money to buy you one back. He's turned into bounty. 50 Cadona. The bounty on this fucker was over 3,000. It's like, well, computer says a credit company takes 95% of your earnings after agency fees and recommends bondsmen deducted from source. That still apply when I'm outside my own region? Like the United World standardized a system to catch people like you, Mr. Sharkey. On the plus side, we've got a special offer on violent offenders this month where you can choose any 3 items for free from our gift store. It's like, actually, these sunglasses look pretty damn boss. I'll take a pair of these plus 2 boxes of those novelty condoms over there. I was like, can I swap these for the single penis variety? What am I reading? Uh-oh. And we have nudity. It was like 1 hour later. So, is Sharkey your real name? You bet it is. Named after my grandmother. Like, this tattoo is Suncor, right? My dad had one of these, but yours is different. Were you in special ops? Like 15 years. Like, how did you end up bounty hunting? All wars end eventually, Christine. It's like, what about you? What's the deal with all the mechanics? It's like, well, I'm halfway to becoming what I really want to be. And that's an expensive piece of four-wheeled hardware. I've never been happy being organic, never felt like it really fit in, but machines are something I've loved my whole life, and I finally like what I see in the mirror. So I'm going the whole hog next week after next, as in becoming a security vehicle and signing up to work on a Class 1 diplomat ship miles away from this dump. You're not going to miss all this beautiful flesh. It's like, all it's ever done is bring me heartache, to be honest. It's like, let's make the most of it while it's here. It's like, are you going to be done soon, Mr. Sharkey? It's like, oh my God, you didn't tell me you had a kid. It's like, I don't. It's like, who the fuck are you, short ass? It's like, extra Billy, of course. It looks like Sharkey was exposed. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like he was exposed in this one, and somebody went in to digitally, like, cover up his no-no bits, like in the whole Batman fiasco. It's like, okay, let me rephrase that. What the fuck are you doing in here? Well, I don't have a home of my own anymore, so I need you to get me to the other side of the universe. You arrested my uncle Jax, and now I don't have anyone to look after me. So you need to take me to my nearest relative, and that's 300 light years away on Odag. Get out of here. That's not my responsibility. Like, sure it is. If you hadn't arrested Uncle Jax, I wouldn't be a homeless miner. Like, he's right, Sharkey. You can't just leave his little boy on the street. He's like, oh man, not you two. Like, I hate kids. They're short, they're wrong about everything, and you can't even take them into bars. Can we just stack him in an orphanage, or stick him in an orphanage? It's dropping the tears on him. It's like, Sharkey. It's like, what? He's dropping tears. She's giving him the look. He's like, fine, I'll drop him off with this stupid family. Now, would you please just fuck off for a few hours so I can have sex with this lady before she gets turned into a monster truck? Like tomorrow at 9 at the Space Cruiser Depot, sir. I'll be waiting for you with my bag packed. Is he going? He does have a bag. He was like, hey, Tom. Hey there, extra Billy, you little shit. Explode. What you doing, Billy? It's like packing my stuff and hitting the stars again. The guy that busted my Uncle Jax is going to drop me off with my mom's second cousin, so I'm just here collecting my things. It's like, don't forget this. Like, are you kidding? Like, this is the only picture I got of my mom and dad. You really think this guy will take you all the way to Odag? Absolutely. He's a bounty hunter now, but he used to be in the Sun Corps. You know what that means? That means he'll always do the right thing. Integrity was how they used to choose those guys. When are you meeting him? First thing tomorrow, but I'm going to leave now just in case he's early. Safe travels, Extra Billy. Look after yourself, pal. I'm like, hey, Sharkey, what you doing up so early? Sneaking out to avoid this little kid I promised to ride to Odag. Truth is, I'm heading in the opposite direction. Say, well, you might want to rethink your plans because a job's just come up that's once in a lifetime. Have you heard of Edra Deering? Like, of course I have. She's the most wanted woman in the galaxy, Mr. Bliss. So brought down governments, murdered thousands, and personally beheaded 12 world presidents at a peace summit. Nobody's seen her since she destroyed the Euphorian banking system, but we've just had a tip-off. She was passing through a Synthol sector. He's like, beep, beep. It's like, keep talking. Why does he have an ice cream truck? It's like the United Worlds is handling this officially, but this terror is so dangerous they're bringing in talent from every outside agency. Obviously, I can't give you this one exclusively, but if you pull this off, we're talking 1 billion Condona and an end to all your financial woes. Who says I've got financial woes? It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you flying around in a second-hand ice cream ship these days? Okay, so I might have a few gambling debts, but I happen to actually like the flying snow cone. Just giving you a heads up before this all goes wide, man. This catch would be a game changer. 1 billion Condona, huh? That sure pays off a lot of bills. Computer, set a court for Synthol. I think we've just been given the opportunity of a lifetime. Calculating route, sir. Please wait a few moments. Route calculated. Initiate hyperspace and we'll begin our journey. Repeat. Route calculated. Initiate hyperspace and we'll begin our journey. Damn it! Did he turn around? Yeah, he did turn around. Get the hell inside before I change my mind. Harmony, the honeymoon planet, birthplace of the first matrimonial agreement 500 million years ago. You figure security's tight enough in here. Dratchen, I've got 100 guys outside and the cathedral doors are on time locks for the length of the entire ceremony. So we got the system's biggest crime lords here to see you swear your life away. Nobody's getting in unless they're on the guest list. So, oh my sweet stars. Cassandra never looked more beautiful. But what's the deal with the night vision goggles? Is this some fashion thing from Lyrics? Okay, boys. Cut the lights. What the hell? Oh, somebody's getting blasted. Blam, 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 blam. Blam, 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 blam. All done? You can put the lights back on again, please. Sorry about this distraction. Our first big argument, but the bounty in this room was 1,000,000 Cadona, and that's a little too rich for a lady to pass up. Well, what have you done here, Cassandra? Oh, my name isn't Cassandra, lover boy. What you're looking at was 18 months intensive deep cover to get all your criminal friends in one place. I wasn't proud of what I did in this hollow suit, but I'll do what it takes if the price is right. Oh yeah. Oh, he just put it into it. Call coming in from Gamble Bliss, Big H. He's saying it's a butte and you need to talk to him. Ah, tell him we just made a ton of dough and we're taking a year off, Colt. Bring in Edra Deering and you'll never have to work again. My friend, 1,000,000,000 Cadona from Secretary Virtuosa if you bring this monster to justice. Is Sharkey going in for this one? Of course he is. He needs the money more than anyone. So count us in too. Alright, that's a nice little fun tale. Issue number 2, March 20th. Sharkey the Bounty Hunter. It's a nice little fun tale. I think I'm going to enjoy it. It's only 6 issues. So, that's the thing with Mark Millar. He only does like 6 issue series. He doesn't do anything that's really an ongoing title. I mean, I guess it lets him tell his story, and if he wants to come back to it, he can. But you're not waiting. And it makes a nice graphic novel as well. Alright, our last one. High Level. This is a mature reader also, so you might see some digital boobies in this one. I don't know. I haven't read anything about it. It's set like hundreds of years after, another apocalypse story, I guess. So the world ended, society has rebuilt from scratch, and I think this girl's a type of smuggler. She's forced to a new continent, and some kind of child messiah needs help. She's in this city, top of the world, no one's ever returned from. So this is by Rob Sheridan. I'm not familiar with him, and the art is by, I think Barnaby's the artist. Barnaby and Fajardo Jr. Vividly rendered punk, cool and captivating. So let's check out High Level. Like somewhere else. I know I was hesitant to move here, Edward. I still have those doubts, those moments of doubt. Sometimes when I wonder if we did the right thing for the family. But then I see them playing like this in the garden, and I know we did. Indeed. I'm going down to the spa for a bath. Remember, we have dinner with the Windsors in town tonight. Ah, yes, of course. Uh-oh, enter shadowy figure. So are you looking for something more? So it's like years ago, I met an old man passing through on his way north in search of a better life. He'd lost his family and lost his faith. Making sure y'all can see this. Desperate for water, he offered me all he had to trade. An old book he said used to be the most important book ever written. Guess he was lucky to run into me because water's worth a lot more than books. But I had plenty to drink and not enough to read. The book was falling apart, but he claimed it was valuable, that in the old world before the migration, people thought this book had all the answers, lived their whole lives by it. But this sick old man who lost everything, he told me he'd found new answers, so he didn't need the book anymore. He was off to find salvation in the Silver City at the top of the world. I read the book. In one part, a man climbs a mountain to talk to his God. His God just yells a bunch of rules at him that everyone's supposed to obey. Sure enough, all these superstitious bastards take his word for it and drop to their knees for a God they've never even seen, just because some guy climbed the mountain. I told the old man he was too weak to survive the trip north, but he didn't care. He was going to find his new rules, even if it killed him. Imagine needing so desperately to be told how to live your life that you're willing to die for a myth. Anyway, the book was boring. I should have kept the water. Bzz, brr. Never mind, Ezra. Just thinking out loud again. Wait here while I wrap this up and keep your eyes open. I guess I'm going to have to work on my robot. Zzz, burp, burp. It's like, hey, it's the sewer girl. How's business, sewer girl? You know, shitty. It's like, ha, gets funnier every time. Here you go, kid. I was like, what's your name, baby? He's like, my name is 13. I'm not your baby, and you're way too close to me. It's like, hey, lighten up. I'm just making conversation. Come on, how about a smile? And she cracked that over his head. Now, I said, there, now I'm smiling. Like, you must be new here. Nobody touches 13. You're drawing too much attention. Like, trust me, around here, being loud is a lot less suspicious than being quiet. You have what I need? Say, relax, I always deliver. Say, fucking ass, smells like a barf coughing in here. Okay, this checks out. Hey, interested in another job? It's like, where? Up north, near high level. Nope. I only work on the Ada Flats. I could use someone like you. I work alone. It's like, bzzz. It's like, shit. It's like, that's a Black Helix squad. What are you doing? What are they doing this far south? Stay here. We need to separate. Like, everyone remain calm. It's like, hey, you're not welcome here. This is a neutral establishment. With your cooperation, we'll be on our way in no time. Shit. Like, we're looking for a girl. We know she's been through this region. It's like, oh, fuck me. It's like a child. She's traveling with this man. It's like, never seen him, and I certainly don't let kids in here. Or army goons, so stop harassing my customers. And get the fuck out of my bar. What's up, David? Thanks for dropping in. We're finishing up story time. This is a high level issue number 1, actually. A new series by Vertigo for mature readers. Yeah, we just read Sharkey the Bounty Hunter and came across some cartoon movies. Where was I? Oh, get the fuck out of my bar. I was like, yeah, get the fuck out. Oh, he got pistol whipped. I was like, I see you outland rats aren't accustomed to dealing with authority. Did she run? She was like, fuck. Like, that was too close, Ease, but thanks for the heads up back there. It's like, zzzz, zzzz. Gotta work on that audio chip. You sound like a flying toaster. Zzzz. Like, damn, it's good to be home. It's like, hey, 13. Like, Jazz? It's like, well, fuck me. Mr. Jasper himself. I didn't think you'd be back so soon. It's like, well, just for a couple days, I'm leaving Oneida T, moving up north to high level. What? I need to move on, T. Business is down. We've cleaned out every storage pod left in the region. I've run out of places to scavenge. Oh, come on. There are tons of untapped sites down south. I can, I can help. I could get a team together for you, and I was like, I'm too old for that. It's like, shit, T. South is a young man's game. I've had a good run here, and I've hit the ceiling. I want something more than this. More? We have everything we need here. Sure, it's not fancy, but it's ours. No one tells us what to do. What more could you want? Fortune and glory, wealth and luxury beyond our wildest imagination, a life of purpose. At high level, they call it ascension. Up there, you're not just trying to survive, you're working to ascend. Ascend? Don't tell me you really believe that city in the sky fairy tale bullshit. I didn't expect you to understand. You're off in your own little world with your toys and your secret missions, and I guess that works for you. But it's not enough for me. It was like, fuck you, Jazz. Fucking sellout. I still say you're a dipshit, but if you think this will make you happy, then I hope it does. Guess I'll just miss you, that's all. Why, 13. That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me. You feeling okay? It's been a long day. Shit, it's been a long life. I was like, there she is. I was just about to close up. Like, Emma, you don't even want to fucking know about my day. Sounds like you're about to tell me about your day. Black Helix rated minis right as I was finishing the job. I was like, Black Helix, you sure? She said, yeah, they were looking for someone, a girl. For a minute, I thought they were after me. It's like strange. What would bring them all the way down here? I'm sure they'd be on their fights up north. So I thought we were far enough away from all that shit. I still don't get what they're even fighting about. It's like, brr, brr. It's like, hell, I'm not sure they even know anymore. I'm not sure they even know anymore. Some say it started over high level. I say it's just power-hungry little boys in a pissing match. Speaking of high level, Jazz is moving there. Can you believe that? It's like, I heard. You ever been up around there? High level? Oh no. I want nothing to do with that. I've heard a different story than Jasper's. I hear folks up there live like prisoners, slaving away for years, living in boxes, eating rations, wearing uniforms, all for a chance at ascension. Sounds like a scam, candy for the sweet tooth of fools, and they say no one who's ascended has ever come back, so no one really knows what happens in high level. But folks love a good myth. Me, I love good business. So let's get back to it. I have a job for you tomorrow. That old warehouse compound, just a simple chip pickup. That place weirds me out. I've never seen anyone there. Just drones. I don't know. I wouldn't have time to scout it. It's like pays 1,000. It's like, fuck yeah, okay. Send me the info. I need a shower and a drink. It was like, hey, things change, hon. You can't control everything. Yeah. See you tomorrow, Em. Is she in an abandoned? It looks like an abandoned, not tilt-a-whirl. What's the things at the fair that spin round and round? Like everyone seems to want an escape from reality. Everyone seems to want to believe there's something more. They're all looking for a deeper meaning, a higher pursuit, a greater purpose, something to fill the void. But what if this is all there is? Oh, I'm also reading Hex Wives. It's a pretty good series too. It's like, what if life is just doing the best you can with the hand you're dealt? What if this is as good as it's ever going to get? Look at our name Macabre, Giorgi Leggetti, track 1. And what if I'm okay with that? What if I like things just the way they are? It's like warehouse district the next night. It's like, ha. It's like, these drones are old F-200 models. I'm not even going to break a sweat today. Is that supposed to be R? Is that supposed to roll the R? How much you want to bet? So, yep, still on the old firmware. No one's updated these things in years. Need to find a quiet way to get rid of these guys. Let's edit their patrol perimeter and send them on a little vacation. Tick, 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 tick. So she's just typing up. So there we go. Now they think they're supposed to be 300 miles east of here. That should keep them busy long enough to get this done. Hang back, ease. This won't take long. And this is where the trouble starts. It's like, aha, door 6, door 6. It's like, ugh. Fuck, man, leave a girl some room. There's some talking coming in. Like descendants and gods. I was like, come on, 13, stay on target. You don't need to know. Transcend from the prison of the flesh. It's like, okay, fine, maybe just a peek. Prophets of old world foretold end of mankind. Heathens caused great disruption in the dark ages fell upon us. What the fuck? Born into darkness, there is still light in the silver city. Bzz. Shit, it's time. It's like, there we shall live and forever in the fields of dreams. Psst, in here. Hello? When I rise, let me rise, like a bird joyfully. When I fall, let me fall, like a leaf gracefully. Phew, let's get this over with. Storm's coming in. It's 1,000, yeah. Like, thank you. Hey. Like, I'm sorry. I had no choice. It's like, my children, I know you are retired. Sound like a setup. Oh, that's nasty. The long wait for salvation has been fraught with hardship, but your faith has kept you strong. The time for transcendence is nearly upon us. The final departure from the flesh awaits. Still, there are some amongst us who have become weak. Little maggots who have lost their faith, writhing with doubt, for they are afraid to leave the dirt. And today, they have sought to betray us. Boo! Boo! But do not despair, my children, for the gods' wrath upon the blasphemers has turned betrayal into blessing. The gods have brought us a gift from the outside, a filthy worm who sought to steal our secrets. Look how disgusting he is. Look at all the flesh. What the f*** are you talking about? The worm cannot help its sins, for it is corrupted with meat and bone. Let us make an offering of purification to the gods. Let us purge it of its filth. Does the worm wish to speak any words of repentance before his purification? Yeah, can you take my left arm instead? This one's my jerk-off arm. Boo! Boo! Vile little worm, now you shall know what it is to be cleansed. Somebody got her back. Brrrah, brrrah, brrrah. They just laying waste to everybody. It was like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm not one of these freaks. They captured me. It's like, oh no. It's like, look, hey, I have all my limbs. I'm just a sewer girl. I'm not. You don't have to. No, he cut the ropes. It's like, it's okay. You're safe now. I'm not going to hurt you, 13. It's like, the f are you doing here? Was that the guy who captured her? No, he had robotic arms. Oh, okay. He looked like him. He has blue hair. No glasses, though. So apparently 13 knows who this guy is. 3 years, and suddenly you show up here. What is going on? Anakin? 4 years, actually. Relax, T. Let me explain. Emma said you were out here on a job, so I came to find you. Good thing I did. I said, yeah, good thing. Thought you were up north. What's with the costume and the guns? It's like, I joined Black Helix. A war stooge? You? Ha! I mean, I knew you'd be in some kind of righteous dipshittery, but this is, wow, I'm speechless. It's like, well, there's a first. Still a condescending prick, I see. Still an arrogant narcissist, I see. Coalition Army, you stupid bastard. Things are bad out there, T. The northern regions have never been more dangerous. Riots, bombings, famine, and it's getting worse. But I'm fighting to the end. So, oh please, you're a hero now? Big man with a gun. You're just going to get yourself killed. And yet, you're the one who'd be dead right now if I hadn't shown up. Nice arm you still have there. By the way, you're welcome. Now I remember why we split up. What are you doing here anyway? I need you to do a job for me. A big job. A job? That's what this is all about? Why come all the way back here just to hire me? I don't get it. It's like you're a pain in the ass, but I need someone I can trust. It's like, with what? Some very precious cargo. Something everyone's after. Something that can end the war. I can't do it myself. It's too hot. They're already after me. I'm too well known by all the wrong people. But outside of Anita, no one will suspect you. What do you mean, outside of Anita? What's the cargo? You think you're immune from the war down here, but it's spreading. You saw what happened at Benny's. This is a chance to stop all of that. What are you talking about? Just tell me what the cargo is. Some want to use it as a weapon. I see it as the only hope for peace. What's the fucking cargo? You're not gonna like it. It was the little girl they were looking for. Her name is Minnow. She's from High Level, and you have to take her home. So welcome to the war. So this is, they gave a map, High Levels up here. Ordinal Fair is down here. There's Benny's. So this is, so she has to take this little girl back to High Level. It says, next issue, tasked with smuggling the savior of humanity through thousands of miles of religious cults, mutant tribes, war zones, sunken cities, and cybernetic mafias. The woman, known only as 13, does what any sane person would: try to get out of doing it. It's not wrong. So that was High Level. Very interesting start. Bit of cliche, post-apocalyptic fetch quest, but I'm kind of interested. It got me hooked. I want to see where it goes. So that's that was it. I grabbed the 4. We read High Level, Sharkey the Bounty Hunter, both number 1s, and Young Justice and Prodigy tonight. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and joining us tomorrow. It's a Sea of Thieves weekend XP, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be jamming out to the Division 2. That was my jam. So I'm gonna see if I can get the band back together and run with a couple of the folks from an old crew. See if we can jam out on some of the Division 2. So be sure, join us back here tomorrow for some more streaming video games. Next Thursday, we'll be back to reading comics. If you like that, you can drop back here. Other than that, I appreciate everybody dropping by. I will catch you guys later. Deuces.